G'day everyone, welcome back to Pete's Investing. Today is May the 12th, 2023. It's the spot silver price update. There's been a bit of a huge drop in the price, but we'll go through that in a second. First off, we need to look at the trend. So we look at the weekly and the daily trends. And let's look at the weekly first. And for those new to the channel, we look at the triple moving average of the price chart. That's moving average 3, 5 and 60. And we combine that with the moving average of the CCI 150, moving average 5 and 50. So it's currently broken down and it's showing on the weekly chart, it's showing a neutral positioning. So avoid taking long or short trades. You can see there during those previous weeks it was showing long positioning only, and during those weeks it was showing short positions only. So again, neutral, which means one of the two moving averages is not aligned with the other. On the daily, this is still showing a short positioning, a bearish signal. But again, I primarily prefer to make sure the weekly and the daily are aligned to take any trades. But having said that, you may trade bearish if you have the risk appetite for it. First of all, here we've got the support at 1991 and resistance at 2607. And I did draw these diagonal lines previously. And if I zoom out, you can see there that ascending diagonal across those bottoms. And computer's not responding it. Here we go. And it was tracking in this channel between those two descending diagonals for a number of days. It broke above that along this top diagonal and then broke off and then bounced off that key resistance, as I said, at 2607. Now it's broken down again overnight and it's landed on that bottom diagonal descending channel. So also and if you watch my previous video, I did mention always look out for, as well as support resistance lines, also I look out for any divergence from the CCI to the price chart. And we did say there was almost a flat divergence on the price up here versus a very slight bearish divergence here. And it's actually worked out and it's played out and actually broken quite substantially to the downside. Not to say it's going to stop there and rebound to the upside again, but it could go either way. It's just resting there at the moment. If it falls further, we need to keep an eye on it where it goes, because at the moment it's somewhere in the middle between the 23% and the 38% Fibonacci retracement, between that range. And the key area to look out for if it does fall much further is 61%. That's always a key area. If it breaks below that, we're going to see further declines. But at the moment, we're still fairly high in that range to be concerned about a much more bearish momentum. So also, there's another divergence that happened back there, which I always talk about. So the CCI is showing a bearish divergence, the price is showing a bullish divergence, and then eventually failed. And that's what you want to see if it works out. So again, that's worked out so far in this little range here. And it doesn't mean it's going to stop there. It could drop further or it could bounce, as I said. On the hourly, we've got a couple. So I'm not going to talk much about the support resistance here. I'll go straight to the trading idea. And one trading idea is when the weekly and daily, preferably, are aligned, you take positions in that direction. So here we're saying the weekly and the daily, the weekly is neutral and daily is short. So primarily, for example, back in this period when both were long, you would have taken long trades. And I'm showing you a back test here for long trades only. So for example, that period would have been nice to go long when both indicators are showing long. That would have been a couple of entries you would have made going long. And I've back tested here to, let's go back here to the start of 2022. So you can see there as an example how the average down works. We don't use stop losses. During that period, you would not have taken a long trade. So if you see that on the weekly chart, there's no long positions available. Likewise on the daily. So this program runs as a backtest. It runs throughout the whole time period with no restriction on weekly, daily trends. So what I'm suggesting is only trade in the direction when the weekly and the daily are aligned. So again, only long trades during those periods and short trades during those periods. Anyway, to understand this and other trading ideas, reference the links in the description below. Subscribe to my Patreon page for exclusive access to stock scans. We scan for stock, currencies and commodities. Subscribe, like and share the channel. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.